Hey everyone, so this will be a comparison and speed test between the Samsung Tab S6 and then this is the 256 GB version with 8 GB of RAM, so it is the better version. And then this is the Tab S or A7, excuse me, A7 and S6 here. So normally this is, well, it used to be $730 for this guy. This is $230. You can find these on sale. This because they now have the S7. This thing's down to like $480, which is crazy. And this was down to $150 when it goes on sale. The S6 comes with the S Pen. The A7 is not compatible with S Pen. I'm sure you can find a stylus on Amazon that will work with it, but not this guy. It just does not work. So let's go over some quick specs here, starting with the S6, which is right here. So dimension wise in inches is 9.63 by 6.28 by 0.2 inches thick. This has a Super AMOLED display, very beautiful display. It is 10.5 inches, that display. It is 1600 by 2560 pixels, which makes it at about 287 ppi, and it has a 16:10 ratio here. It is using a Snapdragon 855 with octa-core, and the GPU is Adreno 640. And like I said, this is the 256 GB storage version with 8 GB of RAM. If you go with the lesser model, then you get 128 GB with 6 GB of RAM. It does have quad speakers. We'll show that off in a moment here, and I'll actually a bit later on in the video we'll show those speakers off all the way. And those speakers are, before I forget to mention this, tuned with AKG, whereas on the A7 they are not. Then now with the A7 here, this is about a year newer. This is from 2020. This is from 2019. Dimensions are, again in inches, 9.75 by 6.2 by 0.28. So it is a hair bit thicker here. It has an IPS LCD screen, not the Super AMOLED like this beautiful machine here has. It is only 10.4 compared to 10.5. If the screens are off right next to each other, they basically look the same. They're almost identical. The A7 is a little bit actually taller, but not as wide. A little bit thicker. Resolution is 1200 by 2000 pixels, which gives it a PPI of 224. So it is a little bit less than the PPI as well as the S6's. And it has a 5:3 ratio and is using a Snapdragon 662. So of course it has a lesser processor in it. Still octa-core. And then the GPU is a Adreno 610. So again, that is lesser than what's in this guy here. It comes with either 32 GB or 64 GB of storage. I have the 32 GB version here. And no matter which one you do get 3 GB of RAM compared to the 6 or 8 that is on the S6. And I would recommend getting the 32 GB storage one because you can expand it just like you can on the S6 here. Again, this does have quad speakers. They're just not tuned as this guy is. And then the weight, which I totally forgot to mention on the S6 here, but the weight on the A7 is 476 grams, and that is compared to 420 grams that's on the S6. So this actually weighs about 50 grams more, which is interesting. You know, it's a smaller screen display. And that is all coming from gsmarena.com. And that is using their specs here. So both of these are actually really nice, I will say. Again, this is way cheaper than this, but I want to show off what you get all around. So your front face camera here on the S6 compared to on the side here, which is going to be better for FaceTime, not FaceTime, that's Apple, but you know, for face speaking to people. Very bad wordage there. At the top you get 2 other quad speakers, bottom you get the other 2. Then you also get your mic, On the side here, you get your power button, your volume rocker. Right here, you have to use the little device they give you. That pops out, and you have your expandable micro SD slot, USB Type C, and then here is for the keyboard if you want to attach it. You get pretty nice camera, no LED flash, no flash whatsoever. Then here is for your S Pen, which turns it on and off as well. Turns on the screen on and off. And then you guys can see down here, it is sound by AKG. Again, you get the little camera on the front here, but it's on the sides. That way you can be like this. Top has, again, 2 of your 4 speakers. The bottom has the other 2. Then power button, volume rocker, mic. You do get USB Type C as well, and this you actually do get a headphone jack right here, whereas S6 does not have that. Remember, this is a little bit thicker of a device, and you can see it almost takes up the entire thickness there. There is your expandable micro SD slot, just like on here. You have to use the little pin thing. The back, you do get a camera, and this actually does have the same, where you have the, where it zooms in, or just normal for you. Both of these do have the double tap if they want to cooperate. They don't always cooperate, which is very cool. I like. I kind of wish my phone had that, but it does not. And see, side by side, they look pretty similar, but you kind of see this is a little bit of a bigger screen on it. And I want to say these bezels are just a hair bit bigger than they are on here. That might just be my imagination, but to me they seem like they are a little bit bigger. Both of these are at about the same brightness, about 75%. They're both hooked up to my Tiny Lotus, which is my home Wi-Fi. Both of these do have blue light filter, but I want to talk about that for a quick second here. So you can have the opacity and you turn them on and off. But on the S6, you get a lot more details. Well, not a lot more, but you can have it on a schedule, which I find really, really awesome. And even on the Amazon tablets, you get that feature. Whereas on the A7, for some reason, they did not do it. So that to me is actually pretty dang disappointing. And almost everything else is the same, except for, again, on S6 you do get Dex mode, as on the A7 you do not get any Dex mode. So if you guys want to use your tablet like a computer, or more like a computer, that's what Dex mode's for, but you do not get it on the A7. And you see this actually has more stuff on it as well. Both these do a dark mode, which is cool, and you do get Dolby Atmos, but you also get it on here. I don't know why that was turned off on my S6, but it was. Again, but this is not tuned by AKG. Alright, so let's get into the actual speed test here. We're going to use Google Chrome. So I'm going to try and make this pretty quick. One feature I really like on Samsung tablets is, hopefully you guys can see this well, but there's these little arrows that let you go back and forth on your on what you type there, which is just really cool. It kind of makes it more like a computer with the arrow keys. The A7 actually won. Both of these histories were deleted. Don't know what my S6 is doing. Not usually that slow. But it's just like, nope, not gonna work. You're trying to do something. Not gonna work for you. Make a video? Nah. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is right on the desktop site. I don't know why the S6 did not go to the desktop site, but it did not. So let's go and hit Growlithe here. You see, the S6 should be faster. Just like any device, they do have hiccups from time to time. It's not much faster, but it is faster. It's also actually a little bit brighter. This is a brighter screen, which is crazy because when I compared this to the Amazons, this is actually brighter. The A7 is brighter than the Amazons. And it seemed super bright when I was doing that. Now it doesn't seem as bright. You can see they're both very fast. We'll go to Best Buy. And the site's always wonky. I'll keep the S Pen there, that way you guys know which one's which. So again, this is going to win by a couple of seconds. Let's hit smartwatches. One of my favorite things. Especially Garmin's. We'll just hit the first one here. One quick thing you guys can see is, for some reason, this is showing actually more stuff on it. On the A7, you know it's a smaller screen. So that is interesting. And you see they're both pretty dang fast. That's done. That still has a little loading screen. Nope, nope, oh, yep. Okay. This site is so wonky, I tell you. We'll go monsterhunter.com. monsterhunter.com. Make sure to spell that correct. And you can see that, oh, hopefully you guys can see this display is actually nicer, at least in real life. It's not, I wouldn't say, I mean, my eyes, for some reason, cannot really see, I'm just gonna call it clarity in these, even on like 120 hertz display compared to like a 60 hertz, I don't see a difference. There is some difference to me. It's just, it's brighter, it's a little bit more detailed, but this is still a very good display, in my opinion. And you see it's really not that much slower, especially if you're not doing these side by side. Wonder what the difference would be between English in US and English in UK on a website like this. It's kind of funny. Again, like I always say, when I come to this website, you guys have never played Monster Hunter, check it out. Very good game. It gets hard as you get into the game more, but man, is it a good game. Again, for some reason, this shows off more stuff than this does. I don't know why that is. This is way bigger too for some reason on the S6. Okay, so there is a movie coming to theaters. Did not know that. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. When's it coming? That is amazing. Again. For some reason, you gotta keep on hitting desktop site. I don't know why. Like, I think I'm about to, holy cow. See, that did it instantly. I've added it to my calendar because why not? This did instant, this did not. Again, in this picture, so this is actually quite a bit of a difference here. Of course, same exact picture and stuff. This is very white, and you can't make out the, hopefully you guys can see there, but there's trees and stuff in the background here. This you can make it out so much easier. This you can't, like there's some trees back here, and here you can see it very, very easy. On the A7, it just, the details are not there. The reds and the oranges are just more orange and red on the S6. Just the details are so much more, I was gonna say, in your face than this is. I mean, this is still good detail, don't get me wrong, but this is just like popping. Yeah. Again, I mean, especially though, this is so much whiter. This is not. I think it should be looking more like this, because like I said, you can see the background so much easier on this guy. So that is very interesting. That is very interesting to the movie. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's go to the Google Play Store. Of course, it always show me the same thing on both of these. I am super excited for that now. Again, even on here, like this green is just so much more green than on here. Some of you probably would not notice if you're not comparing them side by side, but it is very noticeable. Okay, we'll exit out of that. Go into the camera. Yep, there's my face. Alright, let's get out of that. So I'm going to go to YouTube's. Hopefully you guys cannot hear my bird freaking out downstairs. She does that sometimes. See, the S6 is just that much quicker, but nothing, I wouldn't say it's anything groundbreaking on the speed. For some reason, I don't know why that is, but the A7 on YouTube, they're updated to the same thing, but you know, you have your video history already up here, whereas on here, when you hit those, it opens up full screen. I have not changed any settings on either of these, but make sure to turn on the volume real fast. Turn on the volume real fast. We will do, not that. We will do, can I say, the game ads on YouTube are incredibly weird. And they do not make me want to play the game that they're trying to make you play. Trying to get you to want to play. Okay. So here, let's go with the Toyota. These should be both 4K. This starting off in 720 goes up to 1440. 720 goes up to 1080 on the YouTube app. We'll play some music here. Whoa, if I can type. One thing as I'm typing here that I want to mention is it seems like the latest update for Samsung tablets, for some reason you'll be typing and all of a sudden it'll do like the swipe. You know, you're not trying to do the swipe, it'll just do the swipe on you, which messes up what you're typing. It's the weirdest thing, and it just recently, I want to say, well, since the latest update, happens now. So you'll be typing or whatever, and it'll just do like a swipe, so add in like extra letters on you. If you guys don't know what I mean by swipe, it's when you do this. So you'll just be like sitting here like H, you know, like, hello. And then instead of hitting like L and O, it'll do like the swipe to like the K or something. And it's so weird. Let me know if you guys had that experience too. I don't think my Samsung phone does it. Just these two tablets. Here, we've not done this one yet. So we'll click at the same time. Of course, we'll get ads. Let's see, where are you wrong? Oh yeah, there's Demon Souls. If I had a PS5, that's what I'd be getting. Make sure you guys can actually see both of these. Alright, so we'll hit play at the same time. Or not, because I don't know how to hit things correctly. So this is the S6. An A7. So the S6 is louder. It sounds better, but I wouldn't say that much better. Both of these sound really good. Both of these get really loud. They're better than any of the Amazons I've tested. They're better than your basic iPad. I don't know if they're as good as the iPad Pro, at least not the 12.9, but these are really good. I'm sure the S7 and S7 Plus are even better, but I have no complaints on this whatsoever. So we're going to go back here to... And we're going to do one more thing here, and that is turn on some Call of Duty. Alright, so do 1, 2, 3. And again, S6 is just a brighter screen. But they both look really good. And of course the S6 is going to win. And it just has that better processor, has that better GPU, more RAM. Just overall going to be a faster device. Show off the graphics on Call of Duty Mobile here. And then with the S6, you're very high and you can max it out for a frame rate if you want. I play it on very high and high. Whereas on here, it actually starts you out medium and medium. I changed it to high and medium, but you can go up to very high and high if you want to. And both of these devices can be used with Bluetooth controllers. I have used an Xbox One controller on them. One nice thing that you will see here too is on the A7 actually, is when you get out of a game where it is horizontal, it goes back to being vertical if that's how you had it. I really like that. I believe the iPads do that. I really like that. For some reason they have not implemented that into the S6. Go figure. Alright, then one last thing we'll do is go back and see how they did on keeping stuff open. Again, this is a 8GB version, so it is going to be very, very good at keeping everything open. You see how neither of them are having issues. I hit the wrong thing there. That, I believe, is actually reloading on the A7 for the Samsung, and same thing with the Ninja. It did a little bit of a reload there on the Pokemon website. See, this is a little bit faster. We'll be going in between apps as well. Both kept the camera open. Both kept this open. I don't remember if I was down here or not on it. Yep, both kept that open. Let's see, what else have I not done yet? And this will reload the game. One thing I do want to just put out here is this compared to the Amazon Fire HD 8 Plus that also has 3GB of RAM. Actually, it's actually rather surprising, but the Amazon HD 8 Plus, yeah, with 3GB of RAM, does a better job at actually keeping things open than the A7 does with 3GB of RAM. Go figure. You know, it's a device that's half this thing's price. It just does actually a little bit better job at keeping apps open. But as you seen here, this does a good job too. It's just on heavier games, on heavier apps like games, it does reload them, whereas this guy does not. Let me know what you guys think of this. I know this is not the fairest of comparisons because this is so much more money. Well, it's still double the price, even at its sale price. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really do like both devices. I think the A7 is excellent for, well, especially for $150, like what I bought it for. I really think the S6 is very good as well. I might eventually upgrade to a S7 Plus. We'll see. That's just even more money. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see another comparison between a different device that I have, let me know. But also check out my channel because I've done comparisons between both these devices versus the Amazon 10 and the Amazon HD 8 Plus. Let's see, I've done this versus the Microsoft Surface Go with the M3 in it, which is actually a really cool little device as well. That's the same size, 10.5 inches. Yeah, I might eventually do a A7 versus the Microsoft Surface Go 2 with the M3 in it. We'll see. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you all very much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.